Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning of a long holiday weekend. Hope your day is off to a great start as we're looking right now live over the city of Atlanta. It's a beautiful day out there. Thanks so much for joining us for a little bit before you head out and about with whatever the day will bring. I'm Megan Packer. It is the start of the weekend. We just want to update you quickly on our forecast. We'll check in with meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi in just a moment. But, it's a very busy travel weekend. Have you been to Atlanta's airport? Maybe you're coming or going, picking up family, coming to visit. Well, they are setting some records, or at least close to it. If you've been out there, you know just how busy it is. Memorial Day weekend is always a busy time at the airport, but they are setting some pretty high numbers. Listen to this. TSA agents screened nearly 98,000 people yesterday, making the third busiest day ever at the airport. And they saw more than 95,000 people the day before, so that made Thursday the fourth busiest day ever. So as always, you are being encouraged to get out there early. Just take your time. You don't want to be rushing if you're going out to catch a flight or picking somebody up. But they say that things are, moving along. And another thing to keep in mind about Atlanta's airport, you can always hop online and check the security wait times. They list those online for all of the different checkpoints as well. There is a case in Gwinnett County we want to update you on. Gwinnett police are asking people in the Lawrenceville area to look at their home security cameras, just like this one here, because they are looking for the person who shot three teenagers. The teens were on their way to a big house party in a neighborhood off of Simonton Road just after midnight Thursday. And police say that this was kind of a random shooting. They say this shooter was firing indiscriminately. Two vehicles were also shot several times. And officers said really they are lucky that they're not investigating a homicide right now and that it was just three people who were injured. The three victims are recovering. They were all teenage boys, 16 and 17 years old. One of them did have to get surgery, though, but police do tell us again that they're all okay. But this was a huge house party. This was 200 to 300 teenagers at a house party. And a whole other issue, aside from the shooting, the police say that this started when teenagers or young people broke into a house that's for sale to host this party. And it was the second time that they targeted this for sale house. And they say that this is a trend that they're starting to see. It's out there on social media sometimes. And so that was the party, was the last day of school in Gwinnett. So they don't know if this was a graduation party, a last day of school celebration, but it was massive. And the three teenagers were walking, making their way to the party. They had not even gotten to the house when this person, they say it's a man, he appears to be in his 20s, just started opening fire. And really the shots were fired in two separate neighborhoods, if you're familiar with that part of Gwinnett. So you've got Simonton Road, bunch of smaller subdivisions right off of Simonton, and that shooter was in two separate neighborhoods. So I was out there yesterday, and a lot of the neighbors were just saying, hey, this makes us feel uneasy. We had nothing to do with this, and some people are dealing with car repairs now, windows blown out, tires blown out because cars were hit. So certainly nerve-wracking. So a lot of people have surveillance cameras on their houses there, so police are asking people to come forward with any video they have that might be able to help them find the person that fired the gun. But thankfully, those three teenagers are okay. All right, getting back to the Memorial Day headlines, it is the unofficial start of summer. It means many public pools are opening today. In the city of Brookhaven, the pool at Briarwood Park and the splash pad at Ashford Park are open right now. They've been open for a little more than an hour. I know the kids are excited about it. And DeKalb County says their pools at Gresham, Toby, Grant, Midway, and Medlock Parks are open, and the Exchange Park splash pad all open as well. That's just a few, really. And health inspectors were actually really busy this week. They were out there making sure that all of these pools had the stamp of approval to open. Public pools have to be inspected annually, and I was actually in Tucker a few days ago with this DeKalb County health inspector as he was checking out a pool. This is a city pool in Tucker. He is looking for safe chlorine levels, safety equipment in place, self-latching gates, fences, even a landline for emergencies. Yes, they have to make sure all of these pools have a landline phone in case somebody needs to call 911. The DeKalb County Board of Health has 24 inspectors, and they just brought on 10 interns to help with all of these pool inspections. They've got about 850 public pools in DeKalb County. So anything from hotels to city pools to, neighborhood HOA pools, anything that is not like a single family residential pool has to be inspected each year by the DeKalb County Board of Health. Did you know that? So they just said that What's key here is getting your paperwork submitted quickly, your permit fees, getting them in as soon as possible, because it could impact how quickly they come out. They said they would try to get to everybody in time, but they said there are procrastinators out there, and that can affect how quickly inspectors can come out to your pool. So if you didn't get the paperwork submitted in time for Memorial Day, there's no cutoff for these inspections. They do it all of the time. So, whether it's for next weekend or maybe, July 4th can be your new your new date, if you need to set a new goal to get the inspectors out to your pool. If you are looking for something else to do this weekend, how about the Atlanta Jazz Festival? It is back. At Piedmont Park, everything kicks off at 1 o'clock today. You can enjoy music from local, national, and international artists. It is always a great time out there. This is a wildly popular event. The Atlanta Jazz Festival at Piedmont Park is free. That is a wonderful part about it. And so it's up and running 1 o'clock today through Monday. So have a great time if you head out there. If you do head out there, hold on to your hat because it is breezy out there. We will show you a shot outside over the city as I bring First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Courtney, you've been telling us it's a bit on the cooler side temperature-wise, which is nice.
Yeah.
But certainly breezy. We'll feel it.
Right. So, think about all the kids who are probably so eager to get out to the pools, and temperatures are in the 60s
I
to
was
start
thinking
the
that.
morning.
I was thinking that.
But,
the kids aren't deterred.
I was going to say, as a kid, I feel like I never thought about how cold anything was. I just was excited to be in the pool.
Right.
So,
the parents might be over on the side with a towel wrapped around them.
Absolutely.
But the kids will be doing cannonballs.
Yeah, yes. So that video was just incredible of the kids just flopping into the pool. So good. All right, everyone. The signs of summer are out there, and it's not really going to feel like summer this weekend. It's been in the low 60s for the past couple of hours now. This afternoon will be quite comfortable for most of us. We do have a rain chance, especially if you live east of Atlanta. We're going to talk about that. But it's also going to be quite breezy, so you know how that goes. You get out of the pool, you're wet, the wind blows. That only makes it colder. So parents, make sure you have those towels ready to go to grab the kids to keep them nice and warm, to dry them off today if you are planning on heading out by the water. But overall, today will be great. The Braves, by the way, are still in town. They've been here for several days now. Looks like a couple people out on the field getting it nice and ready to play the Phillies at 4:10 this afternoon. It'll be a great day. I've been following meteorologists all across the southeast, and the humidity is low as far south as Tampa, Florida, which is central Florida. So to have low humidity and comfortable temperatures this time of year is really a blessing. If you think about a couple of years ago, we were in like the 90s and triple digits at this point. So definitely nice. It's not necessarily maybe pool weather where you were just super enticed to get in the pool, but still, hey, it'll be dry. Kids don't ever really care, right? So as we go through the day, it is going to be breezy. Here's a look at those wind gust values. Now, this is for the city of Atlanta. I will say if you're east of the city, so we're talking places like Athens, places like Lawrenceville, down towards Lake Oconee, especially up in the mountains and the higher elevations, you're going to be windier than that. You could experience wind gusts 35, maybe even 40, because you're going to be closer to this area of low pressure that is currently moving inland along the coast that not only have we been keeping an eye on, but the National Hurricane Center has been keeping a close eye on this, thinking that it has a 0% chance of development over the next 2 to 7 days. So we're not worried about this developing into anything. For a brief period of time, this had a low-end chance of development, but as it moved inland, once a storm or any kind of low pressure system that's tropical in nature moves inland, it's going to lose the battle of any kind of improvement. So tropical systems and land, or lows and land, do not really go well together. This is going to help tear it apart. So again, 0% chance of development, but it will bring us rain as it moves inland. This is just past 11 o'clock here. A look at the radar loop. So we have the low moving inland, the center still just off the coast, but bringing plenty of rain anywhere from, it looks like, places like Jacksonville all the way up to the North Carolina coast. And the coastline is going to be the rainiest today. If you did have plans to head to the Atlantic coast today, I will say the Gulf Coast looks fine if you're going towards Destin, going towards Panama City Beach. That's going to be completely dry and really comfortable. But the Atlantic coast, again, from Jacksonville up towards Tybee, all the way to Hilton Head, into North Carolina, there will be rain around today. So as this continues to move in, again, we're going to have rain anywhere from, we'll say 75 kind of cuts the state in half. If you are right of 75, so east of 75, you could experience rain this afternoon. Here's 5 o'clock. So if you have any later evening plans, any outdoor barbecue plans, dinner plans from the mountains all the way down to Lake Oconee, you'll have the chance for a few showers. This latest model run even keeps the drier air that naturally comes in on the backside of these lows sinking in from most of the area. This to me looks more like a 20% coverage. We'll keep it at 30 for now though, and again with the emphasis on places east of Atlanta. Regardless, all of us are going to be windy today. Again, those wind gusts 25 to 35 with those higher gusts closer to the coast. If you are east of 75, you'll be a little cooler, you'll be a little cloudier. From Atlanta west, so we're talking places like Newnan, Carrollton, Douglasville, places like Bartow County, all the way up towards Chattooga County, Floyd County. You'll have a lot of sunshine from start to finish today, and you'll actually be closer to 80 degrees this afternoon. And in downtown Atlanta, I do have us forecast at 77 degrees for the afternoon. As we head into the later evening, again, showers will continue. The low at this point moving inland and off to the north. And as it continues to move north, we will dry out and stay breezy. The wind will die down compared to what we're going to experience today. The further away from that low and the more that low falls apart, the less windy it will be, but still expect breezy conditions to persist tomorrow. Tomorrow, where I have highlighted is where I think we could see the chance for some isolated showers to continue, kind of just wrap around rain from that low. Most of the showers will be along the Carolina coast, so the Georgia coast looks pretty dry tomorrow. So if you did have plans to maybe head to Tybee, St. Simons, Savannah, tomorrow should be dry, but if you were headed to the Carolina coastline, you might still deal with some rain for tomorrow. But it does look like most of the Atlantic coast dries out as we head into Monday for Memorial Day. So here's a look at this weekend. Again, Atlanta west, both days, sunshine and mid to upper 70s. Anywhere from Blue Ridge up to the Lakemont, Lake Lanier, Athens, Eatonton area. For some reason, the icon for Athens for today is not showing rain, but you could see rain over in Clark County. High temperatures, I think, will top out near 70 there. If you do see the rain and cloud cover, which again, sounds like a broken record, but if you're east of Atlanta, you'll be a little cooler today. Now, again, if you are east of the city, far east Georgia, so from places like Athens, Lakemont, Blue Ridge, maybe Lake Lanier could get in on a shower. It does look like you could maybe have an isolated shower tomorrow, but temperatures will be warmer because you will see more sunshine. You won't see quite as much rain. Lake Oconee, you should be mainly dry tomorrow down towards the Eatonton area. The coast is where we're really going to see a big 180 in the forecast. Today, 60s and rain on and off starting really right now through most of the day. Tomorrow, you're going to be on the backside of that low. That's going to bring in sunshine. It will still be breezy, but temperatures are going to be in the mid 70s, maybe even the low 80s down near St. Simons. So again, if your Memorial Day weekend plans do take you to the coast, while today will be rainy, hang in there. You'll have a really nice end to the weekend on Sunday and for Memorial Day on Monday, with the rain persisting for the Carolinas tomorrow. So up towards the Charleston area, and again, North Carolina. So if you're headed up towards the Charlotte area, you'll probably deal with rain tomorrow as well. As we head towards the coast, the Gulf Coast, not the Atlantic coast, sunshine and low 80s both days. I do want to note, because of the way this low is moving in, wind is going to be pushing off the coast, both along the Gulf Coast and along the Atlantic coast. So especially along the Atlantic coast, the surf is going to be high. There's a small craft advisory out right now. There's a gale warning, which has to do with the wind. Rip current risk is going to be really high. So can't stress enough as you head over to the coast, if you are headed to the beach this weekend, pay attention to the flags that lifeguards have posted. Don't go in the water if they tell you not to go in the water. There's a reason for it. Rip currents are very hard to determine from the ground. You kind of have to be higher up to see the pattern in the water of rip currents. Just in case, just for your knowledge, if you haven't heard it before, which I'm sure a lot of you have, if you do happen to go to the beach, whether it's today or any day this summer, you get caught in a rip current, you just have to kind of let it take you and try and swim parallel to the shore. Don't try to swim back towards the shore. You want to swim parallel to the shore, get out of that rip current, and then you can make your way back. So just some safety information as we head into these warmer months. The rip current risk won't be quite as high along the Gulf Coast, but it's still present. So you just want to be very careful again if that's where your Memorial Day plans take you. If you're staying here at home in North Georgia, in the Atlanta metro area, it's going to be wonderful. Again, just about all weekend long. Memorial Day will start cool in the 50s. By lunchtime, low 70s, and we'll top out near 80 degrees. It's really just going to be a stunning end to the long weekend. Of course, Memorial Day, a really special day, as we remember people who gave the ultimate sacrifice. So remember what the weekend is about as you are enjoying your time off and enjoying your long weekend. Just kind of take a moment to remember what the weekend is about, right? It's going to be a beautiful forecast for it as well. Let's take a look at Atlanta's most accurate 7-day forecast. It's going to be wonderful for most of us. Of course, again, if you're east of Atlanta today, closer to the coast you are, essentially, the better chance you have at rain. You'll be cooler. You'll also see more cloud cover. Tomorrow, isolated showers, but for the most part, a really nice looking day. Memorial Day Monday looks great. The humidity will stay low, upper 70s, slightly breezy. That wind will die down Sunday and Monday, but we'll still have at least a light breeze to work with. We'll stay dry with low 80s through the middle of the week. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, we'll be watching our next chance for rain. Thursday night seems to be the time frame for that. That definitely will change over the next few days. But right now it looks more of a Thursday evening into Friday. Models are not in agreement on the rain chance on Friday. One says we are going to see rain, another says we're not going to see rain. We're kind of watching another potential low form along a front, which, as we saw this week, can be pretty difficult to nail down until you get closer to the day. But right now, we'll just keep it at least a chance for showers by the end of the week. Overall, enjoy this weekend. Stay safe out there. If you are planning on heading to any of the coastlines, the Georgia coast, while it's going to be rainy today, hang in there. It will get better. If you're heading to the mountains, you might want to pack a light jacket with you. It's going to be cool in the morning. This morning, Blairsville woke up in the low 50s, and that will be possible again tomorrow. If you're planning on heading to Lake Lanier, you could see a few showers today and tomorrow. Definitely not going to be a washout for you. So get out and enjoy it. Enjoy the long weekend. And thanks so much for spending some time with us before you get your weekend going. And we'll catch you here next time.